Hello, everybody. New Manchester here, back with another video. And I noticed on one of my videos, I think the name of the video is on my channel is Why Canada Sucks. Um, yeah, I noticed I got about like 9 comments on that video, and yeah, I'm gonna read one of them. Actually, like some of the comments are from me, so I'm gonna go ahead and read them. Okay, this is from Steve Young, and he says, "Thanks for this." And I comment, "No problem, man. Your country is just as bad as my country. The people and the women are worse there. Get out of that country and go to a country where men aren't made to be women. If I moved to Canada, I would be going through the same crap. What is this world coming to?" And Steve Young replies back, "America is much different than Canada in option. Even though Canada is a very large country, you only have 2 main cities, Vancouver and Toronto. Vancouver and Toronto to choose from. I guess there's Calgary, but I wouldn't count that too much. In America, you have 50 states and too many cities to count, and each town has a different culture, tradition, etc." That's true. I agree. Yeah, I agree. And I got some more comments. Steve Young Latto. Canada reminds me of communist USSR. All propaganda and all shit. And Hitler was right. I mean, yeah, this is one of his comments. This is the second one. New Manchester, I love this. Tell me more. I don't know what to tell you, but I just read that post from William Dorm. I mean, it's from the Happier Abroad forum from Winston Wu. You can go and read that. Or you can type it. You can type it down and just find it and just read it for yourself. Okay, and this is from REG. He has a weird thumbnail. Canada is better than you at least. And the last comment is from Chuckton Monkey 91. What kind of username is that? And he replies, "Canada sucks. You people up there are annoying on the internet." Yeah. Um. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I have no idea. Like like how it is up there. Like I've been watching YouTube videos I've been watching YouTube videos from people who film things in that country. Like basically in Toronto, where a man from South America is harassed by a news reporter and a cameraman and a politician, and he gets in trouble for the police for no reason. And then there's a girl hugging a tree, and a bunch of crazy feminists disrupting a male seminar at the University of Toronto by saying MRA boom boom boom, and one of them pulled a fire alarm, and the fire department and the police show up. I mean, if they do that here, like, they'll be arrested, they'll be in prison. And I think this feminist with the bright red hair, who's ugly, who wears glasses, her name is Chanty Biggs. I mean, she should be in prison by now. Then I saw her ranting and raving about about nonsense about feminism and and not caring about men committing suicide by singing a song by Justin Timberlake, "Cry Me a River." Then you got a guy who went to some feminist rally in Montreal. I mean, he gets pushed to the side. He gets pushed away he getting pushed away and chewed out by some old lady, in the crowd, saying that I think I said this in the video. What she said? She said, "Why are you filming us?" And this guy said, "It's a free country." And she pushes him away and said that you got to get the fuck away from us. And out here singing. Then at this big feminist protest rally, and this I think one of the feminists, one of the girls, shout through a megaphone saying that talking about rape culture. I think I didn't mention this. Yeah, she was talking about rape culture and all this nonsense. Women getting raped all the time, and I don't believe that. That's just a bunch of nonsense. A bunch of men raping women left and right. I mean, if that was true, that would be a problem. And also, I forgot to mention this. Chanty Biggs. She was at some gay pride parade in Toronto, and I see it. And we'll saw this on YouTube. Um, she was going. She was getting into a heated war with a street preacher. The street preacher, he didn't have the right to to go around and push his religious beliefs on people, but he didn't deserve to like being like treated like dirt there. Like I think in one video the street preacher was spit on by a gay person. I mean, if a gay person spit on me, I mean, I don't want to do this, but I would just smack the taste out of his mouth. I mean, what are you? You're not a camel. You don't spit on me. I remember I had a principal at a school, and he told this kid who spit on another kid. He said that are you a camel? I mean, camels spit all the time. I mean, you're not a camel. And yeah, this Chanty Biggs. I mean, she just a ridiculous looking woman. I mean, the bright red hair. I mean, she didn't wear glasses when she went on this arguing rant with the street preacher. Um, she wore sunglasses and some kind of rainbow color shirt. You know, and she kind of remind me of my old boss from a job I used to have. I used to work at TJ Maxx in Longview, Texas, and she kind of remind me of her. And yeah, well, yeah, I said that you know, I'm thinking about it. I mean, should I go to Canada? Should I don't go there? I mean, you know, beside all that craziness there, um, you have the same thing that you have here in have here in the United States. And yeah, being antisocial and cliquish, and you know, I mean, an ice barrier. Nobody doesn't want to talk to you. You're just in the bubble. I mean, same thing up there. I mean, but yeah, I mean, the only good thing that country has is like, is I don't know. I mean, hey, I heard yeah, I heard it's very expensive there. Vancouver and Toronto are the most expensive cities in Canada. And Steve Young pointed, there's two options of cities that I can go to there. And here in America, you also see that here in America, um, there's too many cities. Way too many cities. And there's some cities in America I really don't like. I mean, here in Texas, I don't like Dallas. I don't like Fort Worth. I don't like Houston. I mean, I've been to these cities. I mean, I just don't like those. I don't like. I don't like. I don't. I just don't like those cities. And I've been to Galveston. I mean, Galveston is a dump. It's not that great. Um, I never been to San Antonio. I think I don't. I think I don't want to go there either. I'm just sick and tired of Texas and New York City. I don't like New York because the people there are rude. I mean, I went through JFK after I got off this flight from Heathrow in London to do the 2 hour layover to get on a flight to fly from JFK and New York City to Dallas Fort Worth to the DFW International Airport. This is from last year when I came back from the cruise in Northern Europe. Yeah, the people at this airport. I was walking through this airport and people were running all over you. They were running all over me. They would run all over me, and plus, I mean, there was this guy who got sick. I think he had heart problems or he got sick. I don't know. And he laid on the ground on the sidewalk, and people just walked by ignoring him. I mean, like he just didn't exist. Nobody didn't help him. Nobody didn't help him. They just walked by like he just didn't exist. And I think one guy came and helped him. So that's a plus. So so New York City is a terrible place to live. I think I don't want to live there. I mean, yeah, it's a shithole. The Big Apple, huh? Well, I think they need to call it the Rotten Apple. Yeah. Um, and I ain't moving to Detroit. Detroit is way too violent. As a matter of fact, I think I encountered someone from Detroit who came to my house selling some cleaning products. And this guy, he was some black guy. He had a loud mouth. He just talked nonstop. I think he had ADHD. I mean, this guy talked the whole time, and I could barely get a word in. He was telling me about the product. He was spraying on the concrete. Then he took it and stuck it in his mouth and licked it and sucked on it. I mean, the bottle, saying that it's safe and you won't get hurt or anything. After the whole thing, I said, yeah, have a nice day, and he wasn't happy or anything. He said, okay, okay, whatever, and walked away. And that's the antisocial cliquishness there. And he talked about the people here in Texas are friendly. Well, I was going to tell him the story about Texas, but he didn't want to listen. He just wanted to go on and on and on. And he talk. He was in a big hurry, you know. Yeah, but he's gonna feel the heat of how it is here. Mark my word. Um, yeah, I don't know. I mean, going back to Canada. Let's see. Yeah, I didn't mention some things on my trip to when I went to Victoria, British Columbia on Vancouver Island. Um, yeah, I say Victoria is a beautiful city, and it is. Um, I remember getting off the cruise ship, and this guy was passing out, passing out British Columbia button pins. He was passing them out, and I think he said something. He was smiling, and he said something when he gave me the British Columbia pin. I thanked him, and he just didn't say anything. He just smiled, didn't say nothing. Okay, got on this bus. I mean, this bus driver, like he was a like this bus driver. I mean, he was doing he doing impressions. When he started to drive the bus, he was doing some impressions. He was saying this: rollin', 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 rollin'. Then he started talking, explain about Canada. Then he talked about we don't have states here, we have provinces, and we don't have the imperial system, we have the metric system. And I already knew about all that. Well, I knew about they had provinces and not states, but I didn't know anything about the metric system. But I know about the metric system now. Actually, the metric system is really easy to understand. It's way better than the imperial system here. Yeah, the metric system, everything is in kilometers per hour in Celsius, I believe. And here in the States, it's like, it's in miles per hour, miles, and Fahrenheit, I think. Yeah. I don't know. I'm right and wrong on this. I don't know. Okay, as the bus driver, he drove this bus through the city. I noticed some. I looked out the window. I saw some protesters holding up signs, and he talked about they were bus drivers. They were on strike because they were getting paid less, I think. Then someone on the bus brought up healthcare and brought up healthcare, and the bus driver explained about the healthcare here. He talked about he hate the wait times here. He hate waiting, and he said I think in the 70s, and I think in the 70s his country in the U.S. Was going to do different style of healthcare. I mean, Canada went for a universal healthcare system. I think it was started by Tommy Douglas. He implemented Medicare, I think, in Saskatchewan, that one province, and I think it spread to all the provinces in the country. I think Pierre Trudeau, I think Justin Trudeau's father, put in the Canada Healthcare Act in 1984, and I think that led to the creation of the universal healthcare system, the single payer system that Canada has. And the bus driver talked about the wait times. He said he hated waiting, and he complained about waiting. And when I came back here, I told my sister about this, and my sister said that I don't know what you complain about. That, like, I mean, if he come here and see our healthcare system, he wouldn't like it. I mean, he'll be praying for those wait times in Canada. Yeah, he'll get out of here and go back to Canada. And yeah, and also he mentioned that Queen Elizabeth II. I mean, he said when she comes to Canada and visit, I mean, I think there's a representative. I think the Governor General. I think the representative of the Queen. I think if you have a problem with the Queen, I guess you have to talk to the Governor General, I think. And that's all I remember. Then he did an impression of an Irish potato farmer. And also in the city, I saw in Victoria, I saw a deer in the front yard of someone's house. Yeah. Then the bus driver took us way on top of this hill, and he said, "Well, I don't want to do this, but I'm going to do this." Everybody go off the bus. I mean, I know it's the bus driver. The happy demeanor that he had, it just disappeared, and he just turned into this robot, just stiff. Go off the bus, and saw a view of Victoria and looked down below, and and it kind of resembles England a little bit. Some parts of the city kind of resembles England. Yeah. Um, and also remember, I was walking through and got off the bus and walking through parts of the city, and I noticed a girl, like two girls with a horse and carriage, two girls with a horse and carriage, and yeah, horse and carriage, and she asked me, hey, do you want to ride? I mean, well, I think, yeah, I was with my parents and my sister. Do you want to ride? Do you want to ride around the city? And we all start laughing, and she said something that put us all in our places. I don't remember what it was. I look back on that. I shouldn't laugh because that's part of the culture there. Riding on a horse and carriage. I mean, that's like colonial Brit. That's a colonial British thing. Yeah, and yeah, and yeah, yeah. I shouldn't laughed at her. I mean, that wasn't. I shouldn't laughed at her. That wasn't right. Shouldn't laugh at her at all. And that wasn't right. I mean, that just part of the culture and all. And also, I think before I left, we all, we try to catch a bus to get back to the cruise ship, and yeah, this is from the cruise from to Alaska and Canada from Seattle. When I got on the, when I got on the, when I got on the, yeah, I think my dad talked to this bus driver and said we need to get back to the cruise ship. Can you give us a ride back to the cruise ship? And I think he said, I know I can't do this, but I'll do this. And when we got on we got on the bus, he said, yeah, it's all part of the plan. It's all part of the plan. And he pat us all on the back when we got on the bus. And I think before we got on the bus, everybody on the bus was like staring at us with smiles on their faces. I think I mentioned this in another video. And also, I remember I paid when I paid for the bright red Canada hoodie at the one of the souvenir shops. I think I went to like one, I think I went to two of them. Um, yeah, I said this in another video. I mean, when I told a woman that I was paying in American money, when she opened the cash register, I saw the dollar bills, the Canadian dollar bills in the cash register. I mean, yeah, they're all in different colors. I didn't get any of them back in change. I just got back some coins, and the coins I got back, I didn't know what they were. There were two big coins. And when I learned about them, one coin is a $1 coin. It's called a loonie, and the $2 coin is called a toonie. Yeah. So actually I got some money back and just in change. I didn't get the dollar bills back. I guess it's just different. It's just not like America. Now I noticed the dollar bills, they're in different colors. I watched some YouTube videos about about the dollar bills in Canada. They're made of polymer and they're in different colors, and they got they're in different colors. They're made of polymer and they're really really thin. I heard a guy say if you handle them, like they're difficult to handle. Like if you have a lot of like for instance, if you have like $500 bills and they're all stuck together, you have to use your thumb to push them apart. If you don't do that, you just pay for something. I mean, all the dollar bills are all stuck together, and you'll give like $500. than $100. So you gotta be careful when you handle them because they're really, really, really thin. I said, wow, I didn't know that. And also they have a counterfeit problem, and they have these like plastic have this one plastic thing on them to keep them from being counterfeit. Yeah, to keep them be to keep them to be keep them from being counterfeited. And yeah, yeah. Also, the good side about having this money, I mean, they're all in different colors. I mean, you'll know what a $5 bill is. You know what a $20 bill is. You know what $100 bill is. I think the $5 bill is purple. The $10 bill, I think the $10 bill is blue. I think the $20 bill is green. The $50 bill is kind of a light reddish color, and the $100 bill is gold color. And if you get ready to pay for something, I mean, you know the color, you know the dollar, and you know the dollar bill. Like if you want to find a 50, if you see a reddish colored bill in your wallet or billfold. I mean, yeah, here in Texas, the people like my mother, they call a wallet a billfold, a billfold. I just call it a wallet. So if you have a red dollar bill in your wallet, that will be the $50 bill, and you'll know this. I think yeah, I think that'd be yeah, and that's easier to notice than like the dollar bills here in America. They're all the same. They're the same color, and you'll know which is which. Yeah, you'll know which is which, and yeah. So yeah, even the money's hard to handle in Canada, but it's easy to identify. And also, I think they used to have a $1 bill. I mean, they got rid of it and replaced it with the $1 coin, which is the loonie. I think the United States need to get rid of the $1 bill and just have a $1 coin. Actually, we got a bunch of $1 coins. We got the Susan B. Anthony coin, the Sacagawea dollar, and the presidential coins. I just collect those. I got a coin collection going. I just collect those. So I got a coin collection. I got a bunch of American coins. I got a bunch of Euro coins. I got some Canadian coins. I got a Barbados penny. And I got a British pence coin. I think that's I got a Japanese yen coin. I think that's all I got. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Yeah. That's. But also I think America needs to get rid of the penny because we just got the penny, and we don't here we don't even use the penny. Like I go to places, I find pennies on the ground, and they're everywhere. I just collect them, and I just turn them into dollar bills, like just change them into dollar bills. I think I got a ton of pennies at this point. I mean, they're just everywhere. I think I remember in a YouTube video that about coins. I mean, I think someone from Australia complained that you Americans, you guys got the penny, and the penny's useless. And I mean, you walk around the country, and there's just pennies everywhere. They're all over the place. And yeah, you know, yeah, yeah. I don't know. You know, I don't know. Like going to Canada is very questionable to me. I don't know. I'll probably end up like Roosh V and the street preacher in that country. Might get beer poured all over me by some French Canadian girl, or get spit on by some gay guy in Toronto, or some blonde hair girl would tell me that will try to start a petition to keep me out of Canada. Oh yeah, about this blonde haired girl, the Miss Brutes Weight girl, who looks like, who has the face of Macaulay Culkin. She talked about in a video that she's gonna start a petition to keep Roosh V out of Canada, and she was calling him an idiot, and she just bashing him. You know, I don't know. She probably see my YouTube video. She probably call me an idiot. I'm a, about this MGTOW red pill thing, and the radical feminism. I mean, I'm not on both. I'm not on any side of these people. I mean, to me, the radical feminist has completely just destroyed the West. And it has. You got the MGTOW red pill movement, is where like a bunch of men are just fed up with of society catering to women and putting women on a higher pedestal, and pushing men to the side like they don't matter. Their movement is just basically, fuck you. We're not gonna put up with this shit anymore. We are gonna go our own way. And MGTOW stands for men going their own way. And I don't hate the MGTOW movement. I think it's a good thing. It's just a message to the radical feminists and the white knights, the manginas, the Captain Save-A-Hoes and the simps. That's just that's just a message to them. But the MGTOW movement, is a good thing for men, but at the same time, they're doing way more damage than the feminists. And how I look at it is, two wrongs don't make a right, and it doesn't. And I looked at some of the MGTOW guys. Some of them are hardcore in what they believe in. Some of them are assholes, and some of them are just plain nuts. Like, I think there's one. He wants to be alone. He just want to eat at a dinner alone, and he says he don't want to deal with women anymore. He just want to be. He just want to be just. Well, he just want to be just left alone and just be a mountain of a man. I mean, hey, I'm not mad at him. I mean, that's his bag. That's how he wants to. I mean, that's his thing. I mean, he's a grown man. He can do whatever he wants. But there's an alternative. You can go overseas and meet a feminine, sweet, down to earth woman. I mean, a woman that's not a gold digger, a woman that's not a radical feminist, a woman that really cares about a man. You can get that overseas, but foreign women, some of them aren't perfect, but but they're not in the extreme as the women in the West. I think I viewed a video about these two women talking about women have lost their femininity in the West, and these two women talked about when they went overseas to Ukraine, and they saw these women wearing dresses, and they were being women. And they talked to the women there. They talked to them about radical feminism in the West. Some just face palm, and some just started laughing. I mean, that's what they said. I guess to foreign women viewing feminism in the West, I think they just fall down and start laughing, or just face palm, or some of them are just complete shock, and just drop their heads and just shake their heads in shame. And I guess to them, to the foreign women, I guess I guess to foreign women, I mean, women in the West are nothing more than a bunch of circus clowns, because a lot of them want to be men, want to be independent, and they say a lot of stupid stuff that don't make any sense, and they don't care about men, and they kick men to the curb, and they just shove men to the side like they don't matter, and they complain like women complain that in the West, I mean the U.S., they complain that women get paid less than men. Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's the same MO in Canada as well. Um, in Canada, I read that post from William Dorm. I mean, he talk about the women are the men, and the men are the women, and Canada is a great place to be a woman, is a great country to be a woman, is a terrible country to be a man. And I guess the women there are kind of just as ridiculous as the women in America are. And I know something about the men in Canada. I mean, I looked at a guy by the name of David Dole. David Dole. He has a YouTube channel called The Rational National. I watched a video of him, and he was wearing this cape vest thing, and it has like roses all over him, like flowers all over the cape. And I looked at it. I said, "What the hell is he wearing? That's so girlish. Like, you're a guy. Why are you wearing that?" I didn't leave a comment on this video. I just watched it, and I just like, what? I mean, I'm not gonna wear that. No, no siree, I'm not gonna wear that. And yeah, and also I viewed a YouTuber by the name of Sly Jones. I mean, it's the Sly Jones of the Sly Jones video that I posted. It just me just poking fun of the guy. I just listen to the way he talks. The way he talks, and it's kind of funny, really. He talks about how America is, and he talk about you got to understand your surroundings of how America is. And he was pretty harsh on like people who are in their 40s, and it talked about I wish I can do that when I was young, and he didn't care about that. He didn't want to listen to it, and he talked about people who bring a negative vibe to the workplace. I mean, they're gonna get fired because they're gonna get rid of you. The job that you work for, they're gonna get rid of you. I think he left something out. The work environment in America is just very toxic and lopsided. You say something, you'll lose your job over it because of feminism and the PC culture. And yeah, and you got right to work. And I think he didn't talk about that, or he's not interested in this, or he's not aware of this. I think I left a comment on one of his YouTube channels, on one of his YouTube videos, and I think he blocked me. And that's why I did that comedy video of him, just to laugh it off and just to move on. I bet YouTube's gonna nail me for this. I mean, those YouTube moderators, they just do a lot of things that don't make any sense. And I think ever since they merged with Google and brought up this stupid policy, they just want, all they care about is just making money. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about in this country. Money, 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 money. Greed, 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 greed. I mean, I don't care about money. I don't even think about money. I mean, if I do a job, I don't even think about money. All I care about is doing the job and doing it the right way. And people who act like complete jackasses in corporate jobs, they just care about money, and that's it. They don't care about quality. They care about quantity of how much money how much money you make. Yeah. Um. Uh, yeah. Um, well, going back to Canada, I know it's one good thing about Canada. They have a universal health care system. I mean, they have better income of pay of their jobs. They get paid. They get paid well. Um, yeah, it's expensive. The taxes are through the roof because of their health care. I mean, they're paying for it through taxes. They don't have to worry about going bankrupt or to worry about medical bills or anything, co-pays and deductibles. They don't have to worry about dealing with Cigna, Humana, Aetna. They don't have to worry about any of this garbage that's going on in this country, that's going on in the healthcare in this country. And plus, I mean, the foods that we have in America is banned in Canada, like the GMOs and like all the junk in our food. Our food is banned in their countries and is banned in other countries as well. So, and think in that country, they care, the government in that country cares about, I think the government in Canada cares about the health of the people there. And they don't want them to get sick or overweight or anything. Yeah, they got, yeah, I think they got obesity. They got an obesity problem there as well. Um, and they do. But I got a whip. I think I got a whip of the people in Canada. I did this. I made a phone call to some Dairy Queens in different parts of Canada. And I got a whip of them. Some are just talk really fast and they're fast paced and all. Some are just normal and insane. And yeah, think I'm just in a bigger sea. But I think I caught one in Prince George. I heard some stories about Prince George is a dangerous city in Canada. It's a dump. Like I think wildfires and like car accidents happen on the streets there. Yeah. And oh yeah. I think I was friends. I think in the sixth grade I was friends with a girl from Canada. Um, I don't know what her name is, but I'm not gonna say her name. I mean, she probably gonna come across this video. Um, yeah, I used to go to school with her, and actually, she kind of turned on me. In the sixth grade. I mean, she liked me, and I used to do impressions of characters from this show on Nickelodeon called Ren and Stimpy. Me and her liked to watch Ren and Stimpy, and yeah, I think in the seventh grade, I mean, she started to change. She started to turn on me. I think this got something to do with her family brainwashing her into thinking that telling her that she's better than me because I think because of race, she's better than me because um I'm black and she's white and she's better than me. And she kind of turned on me, and I was an idiot. I just kept going to her and kept going to her, like, and as the years go by to seventh to eighth grade, she just got even worse. And also I was friends with another girl from Canada, and I did some questionable things to her. I did some things that did something to her that kind of like killed the friendship. She smiled at me, she liked me, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I stuck a dirty note in her locker. It was sexual and all. I was a kid. I didn't know any better, and I kind of hurt her feelings. When I saw her, like when we saw her at this at PE and all. Was gonna like walk with her. Talk to her. She kind of moved away from me. Then I walked to her, and then she moved away from me. She tried to get away from me. And I think it was from the note, and I got in trouble with the principal over this. Now I was a kid. I didn't know I was some dumb punk kid, and I said something to the students. these two students, like, typical Texas guys, weird and all. And they came to the classroom while I was in class, and the principal had to pull me out of the classroom and had the two weirdos, the two weird boys, and the principal talked to me about what I said about the girl, and and he said, I don't remember, he said it to me, "We can't have your dirty mouth there." I look back on that, I shouldn't done that. But now I'm all grown up and have, and I'm not, I'm not gonna talk to women like that anymore. I'm not gonna like stick dirty notes, and I'm not gonna give them dirty notes or say dirty things to them, because that's not right. I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I don't know. I'm probably gonna be miserable in Canada if I go to that country. But yeah, I want to say this to Steve Young. Hitler was right. Reg chunked in Monkey 91. I don't know if Hitler was right is from Canada or not. I don't know. He's probably from the states. I think Steve Young is from Canada too, and Reg's from Canada, and Chuck them Monkey 91 is it. I'm gonna say this to Reg and Steve Young. I don't know. Read that. I'm reading that post from William Dorm. Reading that post from William Dorm. That kind of. That kind of shocked me. You know, people there will hate you because you have a lot of money or you doing well, and gold digging women, and they want to get with you because you have a lot of money and all this stuff. And yeah, I mean, to one of those. Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, I think I don't want to go to that country. Should I? Should not? It's a choice that I gotta make. If I go to that country, I'm just not gonna mention the things that I mentioned on one of my videos about Canada. If I ever go to that country, I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut. If some of them come want to talk to me, I'll talk to them. I will. Yeah, I saw some YouTubers from Canada. Um, I think I can name some names. JJ Millen, whatever his name is. He's a guy. He's got that. There's a goofy thumbnail, and he runs his mouth nonstop. He's a bit of an asshole, and he's kind of antisocial. Um, let's see. Dosa Buckley. Yeah, he's an angry he's an angry asshole. Let's see. Who else? Wow. Geneva. She's kind of cute. I subscribe to her. Um, I just subscribed to her because she traveled overseas, and that's it. Like, I don't know. She's like these radical feminist women in Canada. I really don't know. Um, I heard like some people say that the Prime Minister of Canada, um Justin Trudeau, a lot of people say that he's a mangina and he's a feminist. I think he did this like something called a throne speech in Parliament Hill, and he addressed like I think he addressed the Senate chamber. I think. We'll see, what did he talk about? He talked about like about men and women. I noticed the women were sitting, the men were sitting at the bottom, and the women were sitting up front, sitting like way, way, way up. And I looked at this and I said, like, why they should be like sitting all together? Why they're separate? I think that has something to do with radical feminism in that country. I think he did said something that was catered to the feminists. I don't know. I think some people in Canada, some of the Canadians hate him. Um, some of the people hate him. And just like the British and in the United Kingdom, some hate Theresa May. Yeah, with the Brexit thing, and with how she's running the country and all. Anyway, before I end this video, I'm speaking of that. I mean, I want to talk about, I don't know how to talk to foreigners. I run into some foreigners in this. I ran into some foreigners where I live. I ran into a woman from Australia. I said some stupid stuff to her. Then I ran into a woman from Mexico. Said some stupid stuff to her. Then I ran. Then I got a nurse that I see before I see my real doctor. She's from New Zealand. Her name is her name is Inga. I mean, when I first met her, I didn't ask what her name was. I just asked, like, I heard her accent. I said, I mean, you have an accent. Are you from Britain? And she set me straight and told me she was from New Zealand. New Zealand. And I heard some people talk about Americans. Like, people in America, they don't know about accents and everything. No, they can't understand a person's accent or anything. And yeah, I'm kind of one of them, and I don't want to be like that anymore. I just don't know how to talk to them. I don't know, ask them where they from. I don't know if it's rude or not. Because when I talked to this Mexican woman who was a cashier at Walmart, she told me that, oh, people ask me this all the time. Like, they ask me, oh, you sound like you're from Europe and all. And she told me that my grandfather was Italian. And actually, in Mexico, the people in Mexico actually they're a mixture of people from different European nations. You got be people of French, Italian, African, um, Indian, American, Native American, Aztec, um, and Spanish from Spain. They're a mixture of that, and I remember someone said that Mexicans in Mexico are a mixture of Spaniard and Indian, and I think that's wrong, really. And I kind of believed that until, like, I learned a little better about that. Um, I went to Mexico. I just went to Tijuana. That was a terrible trip. Um, yeah. Yeah. I just don't know how to talk to foreigners. I mean, I really want to talk to these people, because like Winston Wu says, these people are very down to earth, are easy to talk to, and easy to connect. You know, some of them are assholes. Some are kind of frail, shady. Um, Yeager from his YouTube channel, Yeager the Russian, I subscribe to him. He's pretty shady, but overall he's kind of a decent guy. He's I kind of like him. I don't hate the guy, and I kind of feel sorry for what he's going through in California. All the bullshit that he's going through there, and he talked about leaving California, leaving Southern California, and going to Canada. I think I watched a video of him going when he was in his home country of Russia. You know, and I think he went through. I don't know what town in Russia he was in. He went to this underground place, underground street, I mean, the part of Russia that he was in, it was really nice, and it was, a lot of the propaganda and all the fear from the news here in America. It's all propaganda nonsense. My dad believes in this. Um, I don't know. I'm just kind of torn up on Russia. I mean, is Russia is a bad country if it's cold and stiff, or the people there are friendly and fun. But I watched some YouTube videos from Winston Wu when he was in Russia, and he danced with a Russian woman, a taxi driver. I mean, he was in a relationship with one of the Russian women there, and I looked at the video. I mean, and he also went to an amusement park there with one of them. And my dad deemed this guy as a terrorist, and he's nothing of the kind. Like, wow, a terrorist going to an amusement park with a beautiful woman. get, get, get out of here. Yeah. I mean, yeah. All countries have problems, but they're not as extreme as America is. But also, I watched the yellow vest protests. The people who wore the yellow vest were protesting on French President Emmanuel Macron raising the gas tax and making these people pay more for gas, and they're going around destroying everything in Paris, turning over police cars, setting things on fire, just destroying and just decimating everything, looting stores. Emmanuel Macron saw this and he went and said that he was going to raise the minimum wage to 1,000 euros. And I looked at this, I said, that's pathetic. That's not good enough. It's not good enough. It's not good enough at all. Yeah. it's, yeah, I mean, yeah, also I heard some bombing going on in the city, in some city in France. So yeah, I think it's not a good time to go to that country until all that stuff just lets up. I think that's what the propagandist people here talk about. You know, you know, you know, you know. Yeah, I think that there's a guy from Australia named he went by the YouTube username of antisocial panda, and he talked about his country doesn't have freedom of speech and America does. And he talked about Americans are fed up with Donald Trump. They said they're gonna move to another country, and he said if you move to my country, you ain't gonna like it there. You're gonna move right back. Uh, tell that to the people and tell that to Americans who live overseas. I mean, a lot of them are over there. They never came back to America ever. So I think you gotta say that to them as well, because they're Americans as well. Um, yeah, some of these foreign countries don't have what America has, but yeah, it is what it is. I think when I watch Winston Wu's video about three major problems with America, and he talked about the black people in England and the black people here in America, the black Brits in Britain, and the African Americans here in the United States. He said that the African Americans here, they deal with a lot of racism in their lives, and they got this inferiority complex, and and they're always defensive because they get offended easier because they deal with a lot of racism. And he said the blacks in England, they're calm, they're adjusted. I mean, they have to deal with a lot of racism. I mean, they don't deal with a lot of racism. I mean, they're adjusted well. They're adjusted in society because they're treated like citizens. And I read this comment that he got on this video from some woman, and she told him that she disagreed with him on that. And she told him that when she was in Britain, she dealt with a lot of racism. The racism in Britain is very nasty, very 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 nasty, and very very nasty. And she said she couldn't. And she when she left and went to France, she felt a lot better. And Winston Wu talk about he never been to Britain, so he never comment. So like, okay, I disagree with him on that. If you don't know nothing about Britain, don't talk about it. And I kind of did the same thing as well on my videos as well. So yeah, but yeah, he says, and Winston doesn't want to, like, don't want to listen to people. He doesn't care what other people say. He said, if you don't care what other people think, you're free. And that's true, but you gotta know what you're talking about. Okay, you just can't just say what you want to, can't say whatever you want to say. So I'm not gonna bash Winston on this, but what he's saying about America and countries overseas, like, it's true. It's really really true. Um, Canada, for me, going to Canada again, uh, yeah, yeah. So wow, looks like this video's gone long enough. So I went over. Um, I hope I don't get flagged by YouTube by these two videos that I posted on my YouTube channel. What's the name of it? Yeah, Angel Fires, Why We Hate Texas, and Sly Jones, Sly Jones, Sly Jones. I don't know, I probably got nailed by YouTube by this. I mean, the Sly Jones, Sly Jones, Sly Jones things, I mean, that's just me being funny. That's just me doing an impression, because that's who I am. And I'll be damned if I'm gonna let YouTube and this PC culture and this and how things are gonna keep me down, make me miserable, and just make me go do some, like, going shooting rampages and hurting people, and going to prison and spend the rest of my life in prison, or worse, getting executed. Well, I live in Texas, and they got the death penalty here. They're just killing people left and right here. I mean, 245 executions under one governor is crazy, and it is. It's just absolutely insane with the death penalty here in Texas. I mean, I'm against it. I think it's murder, and I don't care for it. I think if you kill somebody, I think you should get life in prison. You should be locked away for life, and you never get out. Just rot in prison and die. I mean, that's a tough punishment, but they just want people. I guess in Texas, they want people to get strapped to a bed, have an insulin needle stuck through their arms that has poison in it, and just inject all the poison into their blood veins and kill them. Also, I mean, the poison that Texas used, the execute people. Actually, they don't execute murderers. They execute people who are innocent, and they execute the mentally retarded, and they execute the mentally ill here, which is just messed, which is just not right. This is what Texas did. This was just so questionable and just out there. Like, I mean, this poison from this company in Europe, they didn't want to give this to people in the states who are going to use it just to execute murderers. So this is what Texas did. Texas pretended to be a hospital to acquire this, and the company in Europe, the company in Europe took this hoodwinked. Yeah, they just took it. They just bought into it, and Texas got the poison, and I was speechless. I mean, I just didn't know what to say about this. I just didn't know. Eh, yeah, yeah. Also about this, also before I end this video, about this nurse at the doctor that I go to for my health checkup. Um, I'm not seeing the shrink anymore. I'm going back to my real doctor now. I'm seeing my real doctor now. I'm back doing that. Thank God. Um, I kind of like that nurse. I mean, she had this page boy bob haircut. That was like that was popular with women in the 90s. It's kind of shocking that she was sporting that. I kind of like women who wear their hair like that. And I should have complimented her on her hair, but on her haircut. But I was scared. And I kind of forgot. She was kind of nice, kind of a chatterbox, but she was kind of nice though. You know, her and my doctor. Well, my doctor. He's from India. My doctor's from India, and him and her. They're the only sane people in that doctor's office. Everybody else are just a bunch of nutcases and weirdos, and not weirdos. Everybody just antisocial and cliquish and just nuts. I know it's about them. When someone develops a health problem there, they just go nuts. They just talk nonstop and just get all scared. And you know, the nurse from New Zealand, Inga, and my doctor from India. I'm not gonna say what his name is. They were calm. They weren't all shocked and scared. They were just really calm, and they were, and it was really calm. And yeah, they were really calm. Um, yeah, and yeah, yeah. Yeah. They were just they were cool, calm, and collected about it. They were like shocking and fearing and fast, and just scary, like the women. No, not the women, like the people here. They were the only two sane people in that doctor's office. Everybody else is just catch my drift. Um, yeah. Okay, this video's gone long enough. Hope I can upload this. Hope I don't get flagged by YouTube by those two videos that I posted. Um, Angel Fires, Why We Hate Texas, and Sly Jones, Sly Jones, Sly Jones. Um, yeah, probably I crossed the line with them. But if they flag me, I gotta delete both of those videos and just wait, and they'll probably let me resume uploading. Okay, hope this video makes it on my YouTube channel. Okay, if you like the video, like the video. If you dislike it, dislike it. And you haven't subscribed yet, go right ahead and subscribe. This is New Manchester saying this. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. I hope.